type of people who got jobs at Subway. Potheads. Most of them are potheads. And some of them are really cool. I'm just going to go over a couple of the characters that I worked with. There was Tyler. I freaking love this guy. He smoked a lot of weed. He actually taught me what vaping was, and he got me into Clash of Clans. I actually mentioned him and his girlfriend in our Riddles video. I don't know if I ever told him that. And of course, I have to mention Corey. He was cool. We watched How to Get Away with Murder on Netflix, and I've also hung out with him outside of work. What him and Tyler had in common is that they would actually do their job, which you gotta appreciate. Then there was this guy. Get this, who was also named Jared, and he was fat. I know, right? He's like Jared you looked before. He loved Marvel, and that's like the only thing he would talk about. I can say these things. He doesn't watch my videos. There was Sarah. She was cool. She made me a Red Bull. And her boyfriend, Jay, talked about chakras and third eyes. She was interesting. And also, there's Anthony. He's cool. What's up, Anthony? For the 100,000 sprinkles video, I actually went back to Subway to use their scale because I knew they had one. And we counted 500 sprinkles again just to be more accurate for the 100,000. And Anthony helped me count instead of working. I mean, at least he got paid minimum wage for it. So 2 more stories before I go. One time, Jared asked me to take out this pile of trash, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just put this pile of trash in the dumpster. And as I was taking it out, I noticed there was a chip poster in the pile. And I thought, this is too cool to throw away. I'm going to keep it. So I took it home with me. And then the next day when I went in, people were saying, oh, where's the chip poster? We can't find the chip poster. We haven't seen it anywhere. And I'm thinking, I have to post that. I decided not to tell anyone that I had a poster, and it's still hanging up in my room. Sorry, boss, if you're finding out about this now. Okay, and the other story, I was working with a toaster, and we were just making sandwiches like usual. And I noticed that when we toasted a sandwich, it would burn the paper a little on the edges. That probably shouldn't be happening. So then a customer asks for just bacon toasted, and the boss lady puts the bacon on paper, and then puts it in the toaster. And we don't have a setting for just bacon. So then when she opens the toaster, there was a fire on the bacon. So then she starts to whack it with the little metal tray thing, but all she ended up doing was fanning the flames, making the fire bigger. You got this, right? Then I went in the back and I got the fire extinguisher and I actually used it. I single-handedly saved that Subway. Wait, what have I done? Is it okay if the bacon's a little crispy and has nitrogen and carbon dioxide stuff on it? Wow, I didn't even mention a single bad customer experience. Well, I don't want the video to be too long. I should make a part 2. I'm going to make a part 2 and it's just going to be stories about annoying customers that I had to deal with. And if anyone I used to work with is watching and I didn't mention you, because I hate you. I'll give you a TV alert. Silence is complicated.
Why, little human?
This car. Just like me. I've earned more money from the 2 Subway videos I made about working at Subway than I did actually working at Subway for over a year. So here we go. Subway Market. I still got more to say. I used to work there, in case you didn't know that. When I moved out and was all on my own for college, I was feeling a little lonely and homesick. So one day I decided, hey, I'm going to get some Subway for lunch. Food that I used to almost eat every day and got for free for over a year, I was going to pay full price for it. I just wanted a taste of home. I wasn't expecting to ever tell this story, but it turns out the employee making my sandwich was a huge idiot. As I was waiting in line, I noticed my favorite sandwich, the Turkey Italiano, wasn't on the menu. The Turkey Italiano, by the way, is the same as the Italian BMT, but instead of ham, you put on turkey. Very simple change. I asked the worker, you guys have the Turkey Italiano? He said, no. So then I asked, can I get a BMT, but instead of ham, I have turkey? And you know what he said to me? He said, no. I don't think I'm asking for too much. At my Subway, the BMT and the Turkey Italiano were the same price, okay? And what do you mean, no, you can't put on turkey? Who's stopping you? I know for a fact that you don't count the slices of turkey at the end of the night. Just hook me up, please. I'm feeling sad. So I just got the BMT with all the vegetables because it's more food for the same amount of money and I was a poor college student. And also because screw that guy. Have fun trying to close that sandwich. But then when he was all done, he put my sandwich by the cash register and then he just started helping the next customer. And they hadn't even started making their sandwich just to ring me up so I could eat and then help the next person. But no, I had to wait for him to finish this person's sandwich. If I wasn't so nice, I would have just took the sandwich and walked off. But I didn't. I'm so nice. I've realized telling you that story, it sounds like I'm one of those customers who complain about everything and say, let me talk to your manager, but really the whole time I just stood there awkwardly. But I think I can complain a little bit. I used to work at a Suabway. I know how things are supposed to work. Suabway, if you're somehow watching this, you need to hire more people. Like me. Speaking of me, when I was working at Suabway, I never liked wearing my name tag because when I was making people sandwiches, I hated it when complete strangers would say, thanks, James. How did you know? Oh, right, the name tag. So I never wore my name tag. I just work at Suabway, okay? We don't need to know each other on a first-name basis. Just take your food. For some reason, I don't like it when strangers know my name. But now that's all thrown out the window. This one time a customer came in...
For now, that's all thrown out the window.
Her face was so familiar, but I couldn't put my finger on it. So I made her sandwich, I rang her up, she paid for it, and as she grabbed her stuff, she said, yeah, I'm going up to my father's funeral this weekend. After my mother died, it couldn't last that long. Oh, that's why I remember her. She came in last week telling me the same story. What are you supposed to say to that? Yeah, that really sucks. I'm just some underpaid sandwich artist with really bad people skills. Did she really not have anyone else to talk to? That just makes it extra sad. I ended up giving her a free cookie. I'm just kidding. No, I didn't. Luckily, my coworker Corey heard this, and he talked to her, and he was very nice. Corey's a lot better at being nice to people. One time I was closing the store, I turned off the open sign, and I was opening the front door to bring in the table and chair from outside. But while I was bringing in the table, these two old guys got out of their car and asked, are you guys closed? Yep, is what I would have said if I wasn't so nice. Instead I said, fine. Even though it was past 10, I let them order their sandwiches. When they came in, the 16-year-old girl I was working with was not happy. They started apologizing for coming in so late. Oh, I didn't realize places in Arizona close so early. Blah, 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 we're vampires. And I said, it's whatever, just order your sandwiches. And then he said, can I have 3 salads? And I actually laughed. But he didn't laugh. Oh, you're being serious. I let you in past closing? Got the meat in the back. So me and my friend Jaden from Jaden Animations recently attended VidCon 2K16, and Jaden was lucky enough to be a featured creator and talk on the panel. She got the legendary Full Access Pass, meaning she was allowed to go backstage, get free food, and stay in the Hilton Hotel where all the other featured creators were staying. And she was allowed to give said passes to other people of her choosing. So Jaden was nice enough to give me one. I became Jaden's +1. Well, okay, she also gave a pass to her mom and her mom's friend, so I guess I was her +3. This was my first VidCon that I attended, and I had such an awesome time meeting all my YouTube friends and also meeting all of you guys. Sorry if you couldn't make it. I would have loved to meet you. Life-changing is probably the best way I could think to describe the whole experience. So me and Jaden, and I guess Tony was there too, we get there the first day, and we're just walking around the convention, and we picked up these free wristband things, you know, like the wristbands that you could slap on your wrist and it would, like, bend around your hand. You know, those things. So we get those, and we decided to walk back to Jaden's hotel to get my luggage. I'm still playing with the wristband thing, and the little plastic covering ripped somehow, and like an idiot, I pull out the sheet of metal that was inside, and I start playing with that. And apparently, those metal sheets can be classified as weapons, because I cut my hand open in like 3 different places. I didn't even notice at first. We walked into the hotel lobby, I looked at my hand, and it's all bloody, and I said to Jaden, my hand's bleeding. So I throw the band away. It's betrayed me. I think I need to get to a bathroom and wash this blood off. But since none of us knew where one was, and we're all too awkward to ask anyone, we decided, I'll just wash my bloody hands off in Jaden's hotel. And there was so much blood, you guys. Jaden and Tony, wasn't there a lot of blood?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of blood.
Yeah, so much blood.
So much blood. Yeah.
So I clenched my hand into a fist so blood wouldn't seep out, and, okay, so I'm not sure what the rules were exactly, but all the YouTubers checked into the hotel on the 4th floor, and none of the elevators in the lobby went to the 4th floor, so you had to take an escalator up there, and there's a security guard standing by the escalator, and you had to show him your badge, and after the 4th floor, you could get up to the higher level. So Tony couldn't go up with us, he had to wait in the lobby. So me and Jaden took the escalator up to the 4th floor, and it's crazy, because you see all these popular YouTubers just standing there, what do you do when you've been watching someone's videos for years, and then all of a sudden you see them just bunched together, just walking around? I'll tell you what you do. You just say, hey man, because you're bleeding out of your hand right now, and you need to get to a bathroom immediately. So me and Jaden are in the hallway. We're just like, oh, hey Matt Pat, hey Julian Smith, hey Jax Films. I don't know if you read the title, but Jackson's going to be important later on, so hang tight. We get to the elevators, we're waiting, and then one opens behind us, and then freaking Jax Films out of nowhere just walks up and just gets in like a normal person, and me and Jaden just stood there for a second like, oh, do we get in? Is this Jack's own personal elevator? What do we do? I don't know what Jaden was thinking, but you know what she did? She just walked in, so I followed right behind her, and there we were, with Jax Films. The door closes, we're in a small space, he's a YouTube star, and keep in mind my hand's still bleeding. I immediately strike up a conversation. Hey Jack, I was in one of your videos. He goes, oh really, which one? In your tube news, you were scrolling through your Twitter notifications, and I was in there for a couple frames. And then Jaden said that she was in one of his tweets. Jack made a tweet complaining about all the people named Jack that were going to VidCon, and Jaden's name was there at the bottom blurred out. So then Jack said something like, oh, that's cool, so what do you guys do? And I said, oh, I make YouTube videos. It's kind of stupid. Because I'm so used to telling other people I meet that I make stupid videos, but then he says, it's not stupid. And I think, oh, he's right. It's not stupid! I told you this trip was life-changing, and then we told him the names of our channels, and then the doors opened, we weren't in there for that long, and he goes, oh, it was great to meet you guys, and then he shakes Jaden's hand, and that's when I remember, oh, it's right, it's blue. So he shakes Jaden's hand, and then before he even gets his chance to shake mine, I just
I don't know.
Look back. Probably thought I was weird, but the story doesn't
Shooting, what do you mean?
So I think, man, this would be a great video. I would have experience of this film, right?
Sure.
And it's located with the secret backstage food place where all the YouTubers go and eat because they can't eat in public. People aren't supposed to know we eat food. We see Jax Films, and we also see Markiplier. So I just sign this down for you guys.
Well,
To tell him that I'm making a video about this. Finishing up the conversation that he's having with the only other person at his table. As soon as that guy leaves, we go up to him and I go, hey Jack, I'm going to make a video about us in the elevator. Why? Because I was bleeding out of my hand the whole time. And then he laughed. I got him to laugh. And I said, so yeah, just be on the lookout for that. That's all I wanted to say goodbye. So that was me meeting Jack for the first time.
Good to be back in Diamond City.
Yeah, this one, right?
I just assumed all
Pistol, yeah.
You don't have that one, right?
I have no proof that this actually happened except for Aunt Jane's word.
Please don't cock that in here. It scares me.
Have you ever got in front of a YouTuber that you looked up to in an elevator? Tell me below in the comments. Comments super awesome. Seriously, meeting all my fans and seeing so many people excited to see me and my friends was so surreal. Thank you. Also, you may not have known, but we were handing out tote bags at VidCon, and we had some left over, and now we're selling them. So that's right, you can get your own Animation Squad tote bag, and they're for sale on Alex's website at
I see it right now. That thing's tiny. It's on.
There's nothing in it.
It's on safety right now, right?
Very limited.
There's nothing in it.
I know, but can you have it on safety? I just don't want to accidentally pull the trigger and freak out.
Don't point at people.
Bang, bang, shoot.
Always-
Bang, bang.
Always treat a gun as...
Bang, bang. What?
As what?
As
if it
could kill you?
has a bullet in the chamber.
Oh.
Even if you don't... Yeah.
Bang! Bang! Bang!
Fine, bros. I can pass for a team.
Anyway,
I can react to things.
I'll see that now.
To racism. Hopefully they're against it.
Hopefully they're against it.
Then...
Oh my! How much money did you spend?
The team's 10. Tell me that.
Can I hold it? Put it on safety!
It is on safe.
And before I do this, before I hand it to you,
Show you that there's nothing in the chamber. It's empty. line that up with that.
Come at me, bro.
Anyway. Yeah, so if I were to chamber a bullet, you go like this. You go pull this back, watch. Bullet comes in, see it? Go like that.
Yeah, do you remember whenever I very first playing this with you, and like there were like no buildings on here? Well, now look at all.
So now I'm going to pull this bullet out of here. Okay? So ready?
That was cool.
Well, what is that?
If I would have threw this hard enough, would it like end up going? Like could it hurt? Like could it heal? I don't know.
Shoot that? Make it hurt.
Like if I threw it really hard, like could it like do something? Like yeah.
Blow up with this one.
Or I'm just asking if like you could like that sounds like I was like I can react to racism.
Yeah, tell them I'm not going to shoot the Mars State Thompson.
I never said that, and I said I liked it. I thought it was cool, because whenever I was sniping, I was like, ah! You know what I meant.
Are happy. Here it is. Teams react to the on, and then teams react to the odd ones out, and then CC's just
You know not to have
you mess with other stuff, right?
Uh-huh. Unless I'm in mortal danger. Oh.
You will never be using this without me.
This message will repeat.
I don't know what the problem is. Like other places in the world, sometimes my class has the same.